Ladies and gentlemen, I really wish I came up with this idea about 18 or 17 days ago, depending where in the world you're watching from. But I did not, so it is what it is. But what I'm going to be doing for the next, well, probably many years, is every single day I'm going to play one day of Hearts of Iron 4 as Germany. And I'm going to see where that takes us. So first of all, let's jump into the game. So I'm going to run the German Reich in 1936, the 1st of January. Iron Man mode and historical AI focuses are going to be on. So I'm going to press start. And because I'm starting on the 18th, really, for me, at least at the time of recording, it's the 18th. I'm going to play the first 18 days in this first video. After that, every single video will be only one day, which gives a lot of time for all of you guys on the YouTubes to, pitch in, give your thoughts, say what you want to say, give your advice, sabotage me, whatever you want to do, really. So, a few things we got to do on day one. Let's turn all our units into armies. So there's one army. And this specific army we're going to put on the border with Poland here. Then there's these units. Make a new army with those. Put them on the other Polish border. Let's call these armies Poland 1 and Poland 2. Then we're going to make a couple more armies. This one. We're going to call this one Czechoslovakia 1. And we're going to put it on the border with Czechoslovakia. And then we have 5 more units here. Put them in one army. For now, we'll take the 6 and the 9, the funny numbers. And we'll turn that into a separate army. And then we're going to put one on the Netherlands 1. And the other one we're going to go Denmark 1. Put them on the front line there. Okay, so all those guys are going to move. For the national focus, I'm not going to do anything political yet, because I kind of want you guys, as the viewers, to pitch in on that. But what I am going to do is I'm going to start with some 4-year plan action, which is going to give us basically some economic power. So we'll start with that. And it's going to be done, well, 70 days into the year. February has, what, 20... How many days does it have this year? Let me check here on the side. This year, February has 29 days. January has 31. So that's 60. So this is going to end on the 10th of March. So you have until the 10th of March to advise me on what to do about it. As for equipment production, well, first of all, we're going to stop producing any and all boats. And we're going to produce convoys instead, with all 10 of them for now. And we can change that later, whenever you guys want, really. I could use some advice on what to build when it comes to Navy. By the way, I'm not good at this game. Not at all. I'm just going to do some stuff and see how it turns out. I think for now we'll put a bunch of stuff on support equipment and towed artillery. 1 extra on light tanks, 1 extra on trucks. And I think we'll put 1 extra on fighters. Now, we need some more rubber, so let's take care of that. And who should we import from? Someone we're not likely to fight. So it looks like Siam, which is Thailand. Let's do that. And then we have to do some research. Now, a couple of these I know exactly what to do. Of course, you always want to go for basic machine tools. You always want to go for construction one. And you always want to go for the first engineering tech. But for the 4th one, well, I don't really know what to do. And since the thing builds up for 30 days, so it's going to build up to day 18, you guys will have 12 days, real life time, to advise me what to take for this final research, and it will just catch up automatically. Then we have no divisions in basic training. But we also have basically no stuff. We have 53 guns to spare in total. So I think we'll wait a bit. Maybe by the time we reach the 18th of January, I will change my mind. We also have to build stuff. I'm sad to say that you guys also cannot advise me on this for the first 18 days. But yeah, it basically comes down to building some factories. We can build up to 2 things at the same time. Neither of this will finish before the 18th. So I'll just leave it like this. Build some civilian factories. We are missing transport plane and naval bomber production, but that's fine. We can take decisions. But not really. Except cancel MIFO bills, which I'm just going to disable. To avoid confusion. We're still missing the rubber, but that's because the trade hasn't gone through yet. Let me put it up to speed 2, and I'll roll until the 18th. In fact, I'll put it on speed 3 and take you guys along for the ride. So yeah, all our troops should be moving to their respective borders. Oh, we still have insufficient resources. We need more rubber. Because apparently we're only getting 5 from Siam. Let's see if that resolves itself a day later. Or maybe 2 days later. Oh yeah, it has resolved itself. So we're now getting the full 8. That's good. Also, I would like you to let me know which commander I should put in charge of which army. Like we have the big names, you know. Erich von Manstein, Heinz Guderian, Erwin Rommel. No, who are we gonna put where? Just let me know. Who I should put where, really. I'm trusting on all the Hearts of Iron 4 nerds of the internet to flock to this video, to give me all the advice I need, because trust me, I need it. I really do. Maybe something else we can do is also put all our airplanes in one location. Wonder if they'll arrive in time. Okay, let's just put them all in Berlin for now. Then later we can redeploy them as necessary. They should all be flying. Let's do the same with our boats. Let's put them all in Kiel. Maybe they will arrive in time. Who knows? Let's all put them in one fleet. For now. Also let me know what admiral I should choose for the Kriegsmarine. Okay, so do I play until the start of every day or until the end? I think the end would make more sense, right? Maybe I'll do like 6 in the morning. So we'll stop on 6 at 6 in the morning. Nah, let's just do 1. Like 1 in the morning on the 19th. And then tomorrow, on the 19th, you will get a new video from me. Perhaps exactly at 1. Right now it's 6 past 1 in real life. So I'll be a few minutes late for this first video. But then again, I'm already 18 days late. Really. So, there we go. It's 1 o'clock in the morning on the 19th of January. And tomorrow I will return for more. Until then, peace out. Alright. Everyone, welcome to day 2, or what should be day 19 of the HOI4 day-by-day German Reich playthrough. Now, one thing you may be wondering is what actually happened on the 19th of January 1936. Well, one of the big things was that a memorial to Theodore Roosevelt was dedicated in New York, and President Roosevelt made a speech paying tribute to his predecessor in the office and, by the way, his 4th cousin, describing him as a great patriot and a great soul. So that's one thing I want to do with this series. I'm going to be doing this for a very long time, you know, so I also kind of want to turn it into a history lesson, especially on the days that game technically there's not much happening. Another service announcement, I will be recording approximately 3 or 4 days ahead of time most of the time. So if you for example, comment on my first video on the 18th of January, odds are it will be until the 22nd or 23rd before I really respond to that and answer to it. That being said, I think we can roll the time. We'll keep it on speed 1 because I'm playing on Iron Man mode, you know, so I really don't want to accidentally go an hour too far. Although it wouldn't really matter much. All our troops are at the border. That's good. They're doing what they're supposed to do. At the current rate, it's going to be 11.4 months until we reach our maximum fuel capacity. That's crazy. That's going to be 11.4 actual months. Then another thing I want to do every single day, I'm going to ask a targeted question to get some of you guys to respond to it, hopefully. So today, my question is, should I let these armies drill? Should I make them do exercises? Or is that a waste of resources? Let's look at our logistics. Okay, we now have 1,000 infantry equipment. We're making 54 every day. It's been 20 days, that makes sense. 62 trucks. We have 27 extra light tanks. Making about 1.4 a day. Not bad. Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Alright guys, welcome back to the 20th of January 1936. Not much is going to happen today, once again. But what happened on the actual 20th of January in 1936? Well, let me tell you a couple things about the 20th of January 1936. Okay, so first of all, the 20th of January was the day that King George V of Great Britain died. He died at Sandringham House at 5 minutes to midnight after a 4-day bronchial illness. He only had one lung left, I believe, if The Crown, the show The Crown, is to be believed. And then his eldest son Edward became the king. Furthermore, there was a bunch of stuff going on in Ethiopia. The Christmas offensive ended. They captured a town called Ngele Borana, which had been nearly completely destroyed by bombing. The first battle of Tembien began on Ethiopia's northern front. There was a general strike in Syria, and a bunch of people were born and died. Anyway, I still haven't decided which technology to do. There's 10 days left. I feel like probably something infantry related would be good. Maybe a tank, but we're ahead of time. And otherwise maybe some artillery. We can choose which manufacturer to use as well. Either way, let's roll the time. Oh no, we already did that. Oh no, we didn't. Oh, we don't have enough troops to cover the whole Czech border, or the Polish border for that matter. We have more than they do, though. Question of the day. Should I be training another troop? Was that the same question as yesterday?
On the 21st of January 1936, the newly crowned King Edward VIII, or maybe he wasn't even crowned yet, flew from Sandringham House, somewhere over here, to London to attend the traditional pledges at St. James's Palace. Yeah. Meanwhile, over in South America, historically, there was a peace agreement between Paraguay and Bolivia, ending the Chaco War. I think here they are already at peace. So maybe that actually happened. I didn't get any event pop-ups though. What else happened? Nothing much. Still haven't decided what research to do, but I'm gonna have another good look at the armor tree. Could already do something like basic armor protection, for example. Or start early on the heavy or the medium tank. Airplane catapult could be nice. cheaper train. Right? What? It just has more armor? Not very useful. I think. Paratroopers are cool. Marines are cool. I think I'll just go for the MG08 and leichte Minenwerfer. Automatic weapons are becoming more portable. Submachine guns have already proven effective, and the development of handheld support weapons must continue. We'll give some more defense breakthrough to these units. 2% to cavalry and 3% to the special units, paratroopers, mountaineers, and marines. I think that's good. I think we'll pick that. Research. Are we going to do it with Mauser? 10% research bonus. They get some funds on completion. It costs 0.1 political power per day. I think we can afford that. I think we can afford that, so let's do that. Mauser. International market. Buy equipment. So Japan is selling some trucks and some convoys. Can I sell stuff? Meh. I do think what we're also going to do is we're going to take one of our smaller armies. Let's say... we'll do the Czechoslovakia army. These 8 dudes. They also have a Gebirgsbrigade, mountaineers. Do we have any other mountaineers actually? Or do we just have the one? Yeah, just have the one. I also think I'm going to redeploy... No, never mind, never mind. No. What I'm just going to do is I'm going to experiment a bit with the training. So I'm going to have these guys drill, these 8. And maybe we'll keep the exercise going for a couple weeks. And then see what if our manpower went down or up or whatever. So... click to start an exercise. They are now doing jumping jacks. Very nice. And we're gonna go and get 0.026 daily army XP. Maybe we should do a bit more, no? I have Poland 2 here. Also do exercises. Now we gain 0.38. 3% of an army XP daily. That means it's gonna take us... well, closer to between 20 and 30 days to get 1 army XP. What if I click them all? It's 0.1. Almost. If I have them all train, what happens? I gain almost 1% per day. Almost, yeah. Every 10 days, almost. I would get 1 army XP. And this would cost me... well, I can't tell yet. But we're not going to have everyone drill. We're going to have just the Poland 2 and Czechoslovakia 1. So I don't want to be wasting any manpower. And this unit has tanks in it. So, well, whatever. Feel like I've been talking for too long. It's fine, let's roll the time. See our glorious exercises. He's doing jumping jacks next to his horse. Very good. And that's it. On the 22nd of January 1936, Pierre Laval resigned as Prime Minister of France. Let's see if that is the case in the game. No, not yet. In the game, the next election is in May. That's fine. Anyway, he resigned because he lost the support of the radical socialist parties for his government, thereby making it impossible to govern. In the United States, the Adjusted Compensation Payment Bill passed Congress and was turned over to President Roosevelt for signing or veto. And this was an act that basically allowed veterans of World War I to gain some compensation in the form of treasury bills, I believe. Anyway, let's roll the time. Keep it short. We finally made a decision on tech yesterday. Very nice. Our whatchamacallit, our construction is coming along. It's all going well. I put all my airplanes in one place, didn't I? Yeah. Perfectly timed with the music. On the 23rd of January 1936, a Thursday, the body of George V was brought to Westminster Abbey. And it lay there for 4 more days after. Pretty gruesome, actually, to have your body displayed like that. Then all the way over in Australia, we had Alexander HOI4, first Earl of Gowrie, and he became the 10th Governor-General of Australia. Very good, very good. Meanwhile, here in Germany, in the game, we are just going to roll the time. We are still exercising our troops a little bit on the border here. We so far have gained 0.03 army experience. Whoa. It doesn't look like it's costing us any manpower, so actually here at 8 in the morning I'm gonna decide to train everyone. Gain some more army XP. I think it's really nice to have. We are still almost 2 months away from our 4-year plan mission. Or focus, whatever, being completed. The time is rolling once more. Oh, 0.09 daily gain now. Okay. Well, there we go. That was the 23rd of January. On Friday, the 24th of January 1936, Albert Sarraut became the new French Prime Minister. Except in the game he is not represented, so we still have Pierre Laval. That's fine. The adjusted compensation payment bill that I talked about a few days ago was vetoed by President Roosevelt by a handwritten note. And this was very unusual to do this via a handwritten note, so Congress overturned the veto with a whopping 324 to 61 vote. So, no veto for Roosevelt. Then the first battle of Tem Bien, I don't think we can see Tem Bien on the map, ended in a draw. I think it's in Ethiopia, right? Let me fact check that. Battle of Tem Bien. Yeah. I was thinking we could actually send volunteers to Ethiopia. Right? And then we could actually have something to do soon. We can send up to 2 divisions. So we can send our Denmark army, I guess. Although it would make no sense to have our most experienced troops stationed at the border with Denmark later. Now, I think I'll take 2 divisions. Probably 1 tank division. Yeah, the 1st Panzer Division. And the... And the 24th Infantry Division. They're gonna go in a new army. I'm going to assign them a commander. I'll give them just one of the best ones. Let's say... Erwin Rommel. Yeah. Sure. He has armor officer. So the tanks will gain extra experience. Army reassignment duration. Oh, that might not be good. Armor officer, just engineer. Okay. I think we'll do Erich von Manstein instead. Okay. That's perfect. You guys. Oh wait, we can click a new unit trait for them. We can do attack or scavenger. I will do attack. Fortress Buster, I think. Why can I not click that? Okay, well, I don't know how this works. Please, someone explain to me how this works. I've never understood it, really. Yeah, we're going to send volunteers to Italy. Let me rename this army. First volunteer for Send. By now we have gathered 0.16 army XP, and hopefully these volunteers will be able to speed up that process quite significantly. Because we do want to make sure Italy wins in Ethiopia, and we kind of want them to win before anything happens in Spain, and we want to send volunteers there instead, right? Right? I think that makes sense. So let's roll the time for one day. Volunteer forces are in transfer. They will arrive on the 7th of February. So we still have a couple of weeks of nothing to do. In the meantime, also, another thing I want to do is create a spy agency. This will cost 5 factories for 30 days. So the factory in Saxon will be a bit slower. But then we have more stuff to do. Because we have spies. So let's choose this one. Agency being formed. Glorious. Oh, we are now consuming fuel. That's probably because we are training. Yeah. Daily consumption 445. We have 0 counterintelligence. And with that, the 24th of January is over. On the 25th of January, Al Smith announced in a radio address that due to his opposition to the New Deal, he would not be supporting President Roosevelt in the 1936 election campaign, as he had in 1932. In Spain, General Francisco Franco was selected as Spain's representative to attend the funeral of George V. I have received a number of comments since I last recorded, so today I'm going to go over a bunch of those. First, this person thought I should train my units until they get too experienced, and he said that the equipment I lose during training is old anyways, so the bonus XP to my troops is much more worth it. He also said I should probably be training the Luftwaffe and the Kriegsmarine. Now, he might have a point there, but that's going to use a lot of fuel. I think we just say we don't really care, but we do need to not run out completely, because we did send some light tanks over to Italy, and it would be a shame if we couldn't use those properly. So let's have the Navy exercise, and let's have our airplanes all exercise as well. That's gonna give us a really decent chunk of Navy XP, and also pretty good Air XP. We get more Army XP than we get Air XP, but nah, it's fine. Navy is gonna go real fast though. Then another comment. The same person said I shouldn't train another troop because I have plenty of time for that. Then I got a comment from Otten5666. He said I should promote generals who are brilliant strategists. Let me see how I can get to my generals. So I don't really see. Oh yeah, brilliant strategists, attack and planning +1. So those I should promote apparently, but I can't do that yet. And I think it's also not at all the stage we're in yet, promoting people. So I think I'm just gonna leave that to the side for now. Oh, and I couldn't upgrade my other general that I cannot currently see because he is in transfer, because I didn't have enough command power. Thanks, Otten, again, for clarifying that. Yeah, and that's it for now, so let's roll the time. Doop, doop, doop. And there we go. On the 26th of January 1936, parliamentary elections were held in Greece, and they were won by the Liberal Party. It looks like this has not happened yet. Their next election is in August, apparently. According to the game. But this might be presidential elections rather than parliamentary elections. I don't know. They have their independence guaranteed by Romania. Yeah, well, there's not much to do, really. We could demand increased Dutch trade with Germany. Ooh, Do we want to do that? Maybe that's the question of the day. Do we want to do the stuff with the Dutch? Try to get them to cave to us? Or do we just waltz over them with our tanks later? No, well, good question. Let's roll the time. Did you know, by the way, that historically Germany did not send volunteers to Italy, but actually supplied weapons to Ethiopia to fuck with the Italians because they didn't agree with him over what should happen to Austria? Interesting stuff. Our agency is on its way to being formed. Good to see. Very good. On January 27, 1936, the Adjusted Compensation Payment Act that I have now mentioned multiple times in this series was finally passed by the US Senate, overriding the president's veto. Meanwhile, here in Germany, in the game, there's not much happening today, so we're just going to go ahead and roll the time immediately. We have 0.44 Navy experience, 0.4 Army experience, and 0.12 Air experience now. Wow! We also have 70 pieces of artillery in storage, 1.3 thousand guns, 85 trucks, 35 light tanks. That's actually pretty good. We are lacking a lot of airplanes though. Perhaps before I completely end the day, because I was already rolling the time, I should merge some of these air wings. Like the fighter wings. I think that's about all we can do. But now, if we look here... And we still need... Oh, sorry, here. We still need a lot of planes, actually. Alright, and that's it for the 27th. Oh, no, it just updated. So, see, now we're almost up to snuff. We almost have all the planes we need. And that's good. Anyway, that's it for today. On the 28th of January, the funeral of George V was finally held. Britain observed 2 minutes of silence at 1:30 p.m. as he was interred in St. George's Chapel in Windsor Castle. Also, Richard Lube of the notorious Leopold and Lube murder duo was slashed to death by a razor by a fellow inmate in Stateville Penitentiary, which I believe is in Illinois somewhere, in the US. Meanwhile, here in Germany, we are not doing much still. I'm just gonna wait the time. We're gonna watch the jumping jacks everywhere. The Dutch are on the border, not training, just standing there. The Czech are on the border, and they have tanks, and they have bunkers. And the Polish are on their border, but they just have a few horses. Really? Not much. Not much at all they have. Oh, let me, by the way, maybe turn this on. Whoa, sick. I'll keep that on for this playthrough, actually. Anyway, that's it for today. On the 29th of January 1936, the Baseball Hall of Fame announced its first 5 inductees. Ty Cobb, Babe Ruth, Honus Wagner, Christy Mathewson, and Walter Johnson. Also, the Soviet Academy of Sciences announced that it had revived insects and lobsters buried 3,000 years ago under Siberian permafrost. Very nice. Here in Germany, we are still not doing much. Our planes are flying around doing some exercises. Our ships are at sea doing some exercises. Everything is going on. We still have to wait about 10 days before our volunteers arrive in Ethiopia. And when that happens, we will have a bunch more stuff to do, which will be nice. We are still constructing some civilian factories. Woo, there we go. Evening is coming. And that's it for the 29th of January. On the 30th of January, a Thursday in 1936, Ali Mahir Pasha became Prime Minister of Egypt. Here we can't see Egypt. We can just see Stanley Baldwin of the UK, which is actually different in the Road to 56 mod that I usually play when I play this game. So that's interesting. Looks like there's quite a bit of stuff going on the front. Fights in the north and south. And I was thinking actually, can I not send air volunteers as well? Have I done that? Did I click that button? Because in that case I can send some planes, no? Maybe a fighter wing. Usually you can send 2 wings, right? I'll send a fighter wing and some close air support. Can I do that? Doesn't look like it. No. Sad. I may have to wait until my volunteers arrive before I can press the button again. Oh well. The more you know. Let's roll the time. Morning should soon arrive. Here in Germany. There we go. Whoa! It makes it better, doesn't it, on speed 1? Like on speed 3 this stuff gives me a headache, but on speed 1 it's actually good. I'm not so sure about not training anyone, actually. I might train someone soon. Looks like we have our first actual XP points here. 2 Navy XP. Very nice. And that's it for the 30th of January. Today is the 31st of January, 2024. But in the game, it's 1936. Now, nothing really special happened on this day. I couldn't find anything about it. But I think I'm going to do something else. Since it's the last day of the month, I'll go over like the entire country and where we're at. So, we are still on limited conscription, limited exports, partial mobilization, like we started out. We don't really have anything in here yet, no political advisors, no military staff. That's just because we simply don't have the political power to buy anything yet. But as soon as we can buy something, I think the first thing we'll buy is probably something that gives us more political power generation, so we can buy things more often. So probably Martin Bormann here. 15% political power gain is a pretty good option. So probably do that first, you know, once I get 150 political power. I could also spend it on demanding increased Dutch trade with Germany. This takes 20 days. In 20 days we generate more than 10, so we would still be gaining, just less quickly. I think if we do this, we should probably wait until after we have the silent workhorse. Then other than this, yeah, none of this is necessary. It's all good. Then, intelligence agency, still 23 days away. And then we still need to hire an operative, I think, which also takes 30 days. And then we can send him somewhere, or her, and start building an intel network and whatever. Tech, well, nothing is going to be finished anytime soon. The next thing to be finished will be in April. And it will be electronic mechanical engineering. It will speed up these others though, because it will increase our research speed. That's nice. On the international market, it's still just Japan selling some convoys and trucks and no one else doing anything. As for trade, we're all good. We're just importing some rubber, I believe. And other than that, nothing. We will also be short on tungsten before long. When we start producing tanks and stuff, as well as chromium. We really don't have a lot of resources as Germany. It's kind of annoying. Well, we have a lot of steel and aluminum, but yeah. Then, construction, just going on as planned. It looks like the next civilian factory to complete will be in March 19th, to be exact. Production, going strong. Everything is at max production efficiency for now. We are still missing a few airplanes here and there, but it's all good. Also, we are upgrading all our tanks, apparently. So that means that all the tanks we have here, the surplus, are probably old tanks. Yeah, Panzer I with 8 soft attack and 2 hard attack. These have 15 soft attack and 5 hard attack. The ones that we are replacing them with. So that's a lot better. We're producing 10 of them every week. So that means it should take about, what? 68 weeks. 67, 68 weeks before we replace them all. So that's a bit more than a year. But our efficiency will probably increase in that time as well. The efficiency with which we produce. Right now we're at the cap, but we'll probably get some nice technologies for that. Like basic machine tools will give us 10% extra efficiency cap in about 118 days. Not bad, I do say so myself. As for Officer Corps, yeah, we can't really do much there yet, because it all costs political power and command power, which we don't have. And if we look at our troops, well, they're all drilling, as you guys know, on the various borders. 2 of them are still on their way to Ethiopia, set to arrive in exactly 1 week. That should be exciting. Then we can do something every day. Walk around, you know, fight this war. Should be good. And then, yeah, I think that's basically it. So let's roll the time. Here comes the morning. Woohoo! And here we are. We have survived the first month of Hearts of Iron 4 day by day. This is a bit of a cheat month because I did the first 18 days in one video, but we'll keep going. And on to the next one.